This is a training video on checking the financial records of a project. We're going to log into RedSky, go into Contract Ledger, choose a contract. In this case we're going to pick G76E. It's a project for Google, and we're using that project because a couple of examples of how there may be errors in how we set up the budget, etc. We're going to look at the financial overview of the project, how we've been paid, etc. We're going to look at some of the headings that are on that financial page, which is the cash goods and applied for, certified, and we have the English explanation here. So it's like the current valuation submission, the amount of money we've been paid, what we've applied for, the outstanding difference between the two. We're also going to look at the cost head elements of the project, with have labour and materials, and we're going to see that when we have the list of purchase orders on this screen, they'll just be numbers regardless of sterling or euro values, and that when we go to the main screen that the conversion process has actually happened. So if we go into RedSky, we've logged into RedSky, we go into Finance, Contract Inquiry. Go into Contract Inquiry. Now I can use the drop down menu here if I want, but I know that it's G76E, so I'm going to do that to save myself some time. And then press Tab, and that opens up. On this screen here we can see we have Google, John Sisk, etc. This is a job that has been ongoing for a while. If you go into applied for, this is what we've actually applied for. The difference here, 52, is they haven't agreed to pay us this amount of money, and they've certified 294, and here's our retention. The money we have received is 285, and the 285 less the retention figure here. So if we add those two together, the 8 and the 285, we get 294. So just a quick recap, that gets us past 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, all the way up to 6. We go back in again, you see they're all on the main screen. Now if we go in, we're going to have a look at the job, we're going to see what way the budget is broken down. So we click Summary, and we go in here, we see we have material and subcontractors. That we have a budget, and we have the total of all the expenditure that the purchase orders we've produced, and the outstanding commitment, and that's the difference between what we've invoiced and what we've ordered. And then we have a true cost here, which is the amount of money we've paid against those invoices that have come in. So if I drill into any one of these, I can exhaust that, and eventually for something like the material and subcontractor, I can go all the way in and look at the purchase orders that were produced for that. So if I click in here, that'll open up, and with the high level cost heads are then broken down. So we can have cable, we can go in and look at all those, but I'm purposely going to go into fire alarm just to show where the budgets break down after that. Now you can see here that we have a budget for leak detection of 3,500. We haven't expended against that. Overall we seem to have ordered a little bit more than our estimate, which would make us want to drill in. What we do see interesting is that we have a figure here for smoke sampling. Now at any stage here I can keep going in here, just keep clicking and just double clicking all the way, and I will eventually open up the purchase order associated with that, and I can double click and open up that order now as well if I want. But I can see here this is the makeup of the laser smoke sampling kit. I'm going to cancel out that and cancel again. You can see here at any stage I can click up here and go in and look at all the purchase orders for the job. Give it a minute. These are the purchase order values here that we spoke about, where they are independent of currency, so they could be whatever you wrote the order in. If you use sterling or euro, it doesn't discriminate between that, it just totals all that up. But when we come out to the main page, the total expenditure in here has converted it over to euro, and that is also the same when we look at the main summary here, and we'd see what we've ordered, that has been converted to euro as well. So that's what is the difference between the 161 and the one and the other figure that we looked at. The next thing we're going to look at is, so back a quick summary of sales. We can actually click the mouse into any one of these fields here and it'll bring us into the summary, or we can click up summary here, or you can click on the purchase orders. If you go into sales here, for example, press sales, and we see here's all the accounts history of all the transactions and when we've been paid and the dates, etc. So they're all there, and you can drill into those as well. So that at a high level is really seeing how a project performed. labour as well is in here. You could drill into that, and in the UK project we can drill in and see who the operatives are because it's fed into a timesheet system. And here we have, as I said, we purposely picked this project to show some of the errors. That at a high level the labour budget seems okay, and it appears to be about 18,000 under budget. When you drill into it, the wrong labour cost head was used for the estimate budget. It should have been an electrical in-house labour budget, because it was the true cost came in, and if you drill into the true cost you'll see it was against our actual electricians. So if you go back a level, you don't actually spot that. You don't spot that at this high level here. It just looks like we're on budget with 102, and that we have another 18,000 euro to spend. So that's the end of this video.